we're kids, we often want what we can't have. And for artist Ronnie Van Hout, the forbidden world lay inside his father's shed. As a boy, he wasn't allowed to see inside. And now, as an adult, the memories of his dad and the curious hideaway have been revisited in sculpture.
It's a work by Ronnie Van Hout called A Loss Again, and it's a commission for the Sculpture Terrace. He's based these two sheds on his father's tool shed down in Christchurch, and what he did was he got them 3D scanned with computer and then machine cut with polystyrene, and then they're covered in fiberglass and painted with a house paint.
Why did he choose to do two of the same shed?
Because there is that idea of father and son, and if you like, a child being a copy of a parent. And also just, again, he emphasises that idea that it's a replica anyway, so making one and putting it here wouldn't reinforce that point so much, so you make two. They are kind of off the production line, if you like. The shed was locked and Ronnie wasn't able to get into there as a child, so it kind of became this really mysterious place in his mind. And so after his father passed away, he was able to get into the shed, and so there was this sense of being able to get access to it, but also he'd lost his father. The yellow shed is the only one with the objects, and that has all the contents from his father's shed in Christchurch.
Can you tell us about the peephole?
It's quite interesting because you can kind of peer through there, and you have to sort of move around, and you can only sort of see parts of the tools in there at any one time. And it goes back to that idea that Ronnie could never get into the shed when he was a child, and so it's sort of a tantalising view, but it kind of keeps you hooked, but you can never really get a sense of what's really going on in there.
A Loss Again is a commissioned work on display at Te Papa for a limited time. However, that's not all you'll see of Ronnie Van Hout. Several of his other works have a permanent home here.
The work in the collection Sick Chimp is based on this character that Ronnie's used quite a bit called Monkey Madness, and Sick Chimp is kind of one of his most well-known alter egos, or a stand-in for the artist, if you like. So it is quite a cheeky and irreverent work, the chimp sort of leaning over him and puking in the art gallery. The idea of the stand-in is something that Ronnie's quite keen on, and there's this really great quote of his where he says he's always liked the idea of somebody standing in for him so he can be absent and irresponsible, and I think that gives you quite a bit of an insight into that work.
Just like the Sick Chimp, these colourful sheds are replicas of characters and memories from Van Hout's life. And in this case, a peep is enough to tell the story.